What's up, guys? I'm here to tell you today how the Bears can possibly win against the Vikings. Luckily, it's a home game, so they actually do have a chance to win. So yeah, let's get the discussion popping. One of the major keys about this Vikings team is their offensive line. And their offensive line, as you guys know, was piss poor last year. And they kind of upgraded a little bit, but a major switch that they made was they moved the center, Joe Berger, into the right guard position. I don't know how much different that position is from a center. Obviously, you're not snapping the ball, so you get a little bit more time to focus on the blocking rather than the snapping, even though it's like quarter of a second. Anyways, but since Berger switched from a center to a right guard, maybe he played right guard before, I don't know. But if he didn't, the Bears defense has to utilize that and expose that. They have to use his non-right guard knowledgeable brain against himself, because I remember when Kyle Long first started, I believe he was a tackle, and then he moved to left guard, and then right guard. So he had all kinds of different moves, and teams just exposed that on him because he wasn't used to playing those positions. But he's used to playing guards and tackles now, so he's kind of a threat now. Another major key to this Vikings team is their defense, who is third in rush blocking, 24th in pass, but overall they're 12th in the entire league for their defense. Now their defense, although their passing defense is 24th, they're still a threat because they have Xavier Rhodes, and he's a stud. Another one of these defensive players that they have to watch out for is Everson Griffin, one of the defensive ends for the Vikings, and this guy is a stud. He's a monster. I don't know who's going to have to be blocking him, but I feel sorry for him, and it's going to be tough. That whole front seven of the Vikings defense is pretty damn good. So I don't know. Moving on to the other side of the ball, the Bears defense has to keep the Vikings running game to a bare minimum, because last week they had Ty Montgomery and a rookie running all over them. But luckily for the Bears, Dalvin Cook is not going to be in, so he's not going to be running all over them either. It's going to be Latavius Murray, who just came from the Raiders, but I wouldn't count him out anyways. The linebackers, the DEs, all need to worry about him because he did do pretty good against or in Oakland when he was there. As for the wide receivers of the Vikings, we got nothing. We got nothing for Stephon Diggs, for Adam Shaheen. I don't know his name. We don't have anything for them. Kyle Fuller, he's kind of lost his touch since his rookie season. I still believe his rookie season was his best season. Adrian Amos, Eddie Jackson is the only hopeful one I have with blocking Diggs and Talene, because Stephon Diggs and Talene are first and fourth in reception yards. So the pass rush has to start working, and Stephon Diggs and Talene have to get shut down, but that still leaves Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, available. But even if Kyle Rudolph is the only one available, it at least shuts down the option of giving it to Talene and Stephon Diggs. And also, it is now hashtag Trubisky time in Chicago, and the only thing I wrote for him is to utilize his mobility, because that boy can run. He could throw. His throwing on the run is probably one of the best I've seen in the preseason. And I would compare that to Aaron Rodgers throwing on the run, because Aaron Rodgers is a damn stud when he's out of the pocket. So hopefully Trubisky picks that up from watching tape from last week's game against the Packers, and he can use that for his own benefit. If he starts getting a running game for himself, that's going to cause someone to be a QB spy on the defense, and that'll leave somebody on the offense open. That could leave Tariq and Jordan open if they want to be a slot. That can leave Deontay Thompson, who had a great connection and a great chemistry with Trubisky in preseason, especially in the Arizona game. So something that I was creating myself, I was trying to figure out who would be the best weapons for Trubisky in this time, because Marcus Wheaton, I like the guy, but he ain't cutting it really. But so the people that I have Gentry, if they bring him up, which they probably won't, and there's a lot of hype around Gentry, but either way, I have Gentry on one side, Trey McBride on the other, because they're both over 6 feet. They're both tall receivers, and we need some big guys on the receivers. And then in the slot, we can have Deontay Thompson run little curl routes, run little slants, in routes, whatever, Madden plays. But those are the receivers that I have that could possibly work very well with Trubisky, even though McBride didn't really work at all with Trubisky in the entire preseason. But I'm mainly focusing on Gentry and Deontay Thompson at that wideout and the slot receiver. But there you guys have it. That's those are my thoughts on the game. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you maybe your keys to the game, I guess, to see what the Bears can possibly do to come out of this game with a W. Best of luck to the Bears, and bear down.